The results are starting to come in for Idaho's special election. We'll let you know the results so far. Plus, our political reporter Casey Decker breaks down what the results means for school districts. In a record-breaking game that had everyone at the edge of their seats, Gonzaga Men squared off with BYU tonight. Our Brenna Green has highlights from tonight's nail-biter game.
We're still looking out for a few light rain showers for tomorrow, but after that, things are set to warm up significantly for this weekend.
Good evening to you, and thank you for joining us here tonight. I'm Regina on. Mark is off. We do have a lot of big stories ahead of us right now, so let's get started. The Gonzaga Bulldogs continued their historical run this season tonight, but they were challenged. Brenna Green joining us live from the newsroom now to break down the Zags' latest victory. Hi, Brenna.
Hi, Regina. BYU gave it to the Zags in the first half, shooting 75% in the frame, and this one ultimately came down to the final minute. So that's where we're going to go. 2:20 left. Zags up 3. This, my dear friends, is far too much room for Jalen Suggs. Drains the triple, 79-73 Zags.
I told Coach that, with about, I think it was like 6-7 minutes left. I told him we're not walking out of here, without the championship. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it done. And again, coming down the stretch, the guys kept great confidence in me. They trusted in me. And, man, the shots were falling. And I think I kept screaming, it's March. It's March. And I've been waiting to play in these moments and in March my entire life. And tonight it was surreal.
A few more notes from tonight's game. Gonzaga's win marked the program's 30th straight dub, which broke the program record for consecutive wins. That was 29. But the bigger storyline nationally, of course, was the Zags going 26-0. They become the 4th team in 40 years to go undefeated into the NCAA tournament. Mark Few said post-game that he, for the first time, addressed the team's accomplishment tonight.
We just talked about it in there. I mean, we finally, and Jalen can attest to this, acknowledge, look, I mean, this is a big deal, and this is really, it puts us in some incredible company.
If Gonzaga were to win out the rest of the season, they'd become the first team since Indiana in 1976 to go undefeated and win a national championship. I'll send it to Brandon Jones now, who caught up with local Gonzaga fans who took in tonight's contest.
I know a lot of GU fans are upset they can't be in Vegas right now to support their teams, but luckily Spokane bars and restaurants like the Swinging Doors have opened up just in time so they can come and watch their team.
In case you didn't know, March Madness is kind of a big deal in Spokane. For starters, the #1 team in the nation just so happens to be located in the city, and to raise the stakes even more, they're undefeated going into the tournament.
Oh, are you kidding me? I've been a Zag fan ever since I moved here 20 years ago.
Gonzaga is representing an entire region. Their fans have no age limit, and the love for this team runs deep.
So what's it like going to the school with the #1 basketball team in the nation?
Gosh, it's pretty awesome. I get intimidated walking around and seeing some of the basketball players and going, oh my gosh, he was named WCC Champion Player of the Year. This is pretty cool.
It is an honor, let me tell you that. We bleed basketball here. It's really unfortunate this year that we can't be in the kennel, but we're making the most out of it.
With the huge win tonight that clinched their conference championship, the next goal is to win it all, and you better believe Zag fans will be locked in for the entire month.
This season, I think they are the best they've ever been.
Throughout the day, I spoke with fans all over the city, and many of them are confident that this is a special year. As the basketball teams work to make Spokane proud, they may just have the most passionate support group cheering them on.
Just seeing them and how the way they play and represent our school is just a blessing in that sense. So it's just, we're lucky.
Yes,
just
sir.
lucky to be out
Right,
here.
such a good community. Everyone just really backs the Zags every single year, but it's super fun this year.
We got Jalen, we got Corey, got a lot of top players.
Go Zags! Get them threes!
From Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
All right, let's get to our other big story of the night. That is the special election in North Idaho. So let's get right into those results now. For Coeur d'Alene School District supplemental levy right now, the yes votes are leading with 61%. 3,301 of the votes, according to the first unofficial results. Moving on now to Post Falls School District supplemental levy. It looks like it's about 50-50 right now. Yes votes just trailing right now. Yes votes are beating just by a little bit. Votes are tied, but the votes are leading with a slim margin, as I just mentioned. Kootenai Joint School District supplemental maintenance and operations levy. The yes votes leading the way at 71%, 64 votes there. So lastly, Lakeland supplemental levy, it seems that yes votes leading the way 58-42 there as well. For a full list of results from every county, just head to our website, KREM.com. Now we want to get straight to our political reporter, Casey Decker, who is breaking down what these results mean for the biggest districts in North Idaho tonight. Casey.
Well, first, let's start with the Coeur d'Alene Public School District levy. As you mentioned, with these returns, we're seeing that levy leading by about a factor of 2 to 1. So an impressive early showing with a lot of ballots still left to count. Quick refresher on the details of that levy. It would raise $20 million a year for each of the next 2 years. That's the same amount as the previous levy, the one that's expiring this summer. But thanks to an influx of people moving into the district, individual taxpayers will likely see a decrease in their property taxes. The current rate is $1.79 per $1,000 of assessed value. The proposed rate, $1.71. That will probably save most homeowners somewhere along the lines of $10 or $20 a year. The levy pays for about a quarter of the district's budget, funding in part everything from athletics to campus security to teacher salaries. That's why tonight, district leaders are glad to see an early indication of continued support, though they aren't counting their chickens just yet.
We're feeling pretty good about the start. I know there's maybe a lot of ballots left to count tonight. It's entirely likely we might see a higher turnout than we've seen the past few years with our levy elections. So we'll be staying up late. We'll be watching it and keeping our fingers crossed.
If the current results hold, CDE schools would continue its streak of having every levy pass since 1986. Meanwhile, in the second largest district in the area, Post Falls, they got off to a good start there as well, about 60% in favor after the first ballot returns. But by the second round of ballots, that lead all but evaporated. As of the fourth update, just before 10:40 tonight, the lead fell to just 2 votes, just 2. This with about 2/3 of precincts reporting. It does not really get any closer than that. And to make things more interesting, in 2019, that same levy actually passed with more than 73% of the vote. So if these numbers hold, it would be a significant drop in support, though at the moment it would still pass. Like Coeur d'Alene, the Post Falls School District is asking for the same amount of money as in the existing expiring levy, and because Post Falls 2 has seen some growth recently, that likely means many taxpayers would see a decrease in their rates. That levy pays for a range of programming like security, supplies, health services, and technology. Again, still quite a few ballots left to be tabulated, but as things stand, it's looking good for some Kootenai County school districts, most of them right now leading, but certainly those administrators in Post Falls probably getting pretty anxious right now. Again, just a 2-vote lead for that Post Falls levy. Regina?
All right, Casey, thank you for that breakdown. Let's turn to weather now, switching gears. Some parts of the inland Northwest saw a little bit of rain today. Thomas Patrick joining me now from the Outdoor Weather Center. So Thomas, I heard that it may warm up. You know, those two are my favorite words. So how's it looking for the rest of this week?
I know you love those 60s and even the 50s last week, Regina. That was like your favorite days.
I just bask in the sun.
Yeah.
Right? It's so nice.
And we had a little bit of each today. Some areas got a decent amount of sunshine, but when we saw those scattered showers, kind of mixing things up today, kind of sitting in between the really annoying cold weather, but it's not really warm enough to get excited about, at least not just yet. Big weather system off the coast of California still is spitting out those rain showers in our direction, but it's been pretty few and far between. Nothing on the radar as of right now. So it is going to be a clear and quiet night. In fact, we have clear skies, 34 degrees, but with the clear skies means that our temperatures are going to get pretty cold for early tomorrow morning. So look for some lows to be down into the upper 20s. So a pretty chilly morning, but we get that sunshine during the daytime hours. Same story in terms of scattered showers for the afternoon, maybe at around noon to 4 o'clock would be that window for any very brief but light rain showers, not unlike what we saw today. So that's pretty much what's on tap for tomorrow. But look at some warmer weather. This is Saturday's high temperatures. I have mid-50s for Spokane, but I'll show you if we can get any warmer than that, maybe even a little bit closer to that 60-degree mark that we had from last week. Stay tuned in just a few minutes. We got a complete breakdown of the rest of this week and your weekend as well.
All right, Thomas, looking forward to that. Well, if you are eligible to get the COVID-19 vaccine and haven't found an appointment just yet, you are in luck. Providence announcing there are appointments available for tomorrow. We'll tell you everything you need to know and how to sign up. Plus, Schweitzer has new members on their backcountry rescue team. We introduced one of the pups and her trainer, Steve.